All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, here's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Mariota to throw it. Henry's got it out on the left side. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play. Run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowl punter the last 2 years. That's Brett Kern to kick it for Tennessee. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. Sproles, the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down throw, Greer. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Ready?
They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Charlie.
No.
Protein spill.
Check 3. Check 3.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak. Got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they mean it this time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down the score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Wide, get wide. Slam.
After the turnover, here's Greer. And Olsen over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 20.
Dion Lewis, 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Dion Lewis, 76 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Well, there's no doubt that this offense was in desperate need of a quick answer, and they got it. One play, and they're right back in this game.
Because you got the sense if they stalled out here and then another score on the other side to make it a 3-score game, could have gotten ugly. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Panthers
Let's go,
first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you...
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha.
First down, Greer. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Daquan Jones. Coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a line. And now look at him go. The 30, past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. In for the score, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had that 14-0 lead, but that has evaporated as they go to work here, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff, now Greer. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
They don't want it. Keep playing.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Let's get it.
Ready? 70, Indy.
55 to Mike. I got one.
Ready?
To throw on 3rd down. Greer. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. These two teams all tied after one. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Jackson. A good return there, 17 yards, and it'll be Titan football. Update now from a game going on in Pittsburgh. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. Uncorks one for Davis, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 30 on 2nd down, Greer. And the tight end Olsen, right side.
I get a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Mike, 55.
61, matchbox, light, now.
First down, a run with Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Watch the twist.
On first down, it's Greer. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Darren Sproles, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point try, good by Gano. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his back.
This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded at the 2. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A big play there for Carolina. 64 yards on the ground. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. And
he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Chris Hogan his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff, but, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Mariota. And he locates Walker, complete. A Titan 1st down, Mariota to Walker. To throw Mariota. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. But it's going to be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A 1st down throw for Mariota. He's going to let it go deep for the end. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Marcus Mariota with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon as they have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Greer now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Greer. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Pull it high.
Check. Ready.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. Off to Thomas on the left side. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
50 points.
Watch twins.
Greer on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Josh Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gano the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now Mariota. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the...
Oh, and Lewis lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Shrugs him up, and he's into the clear. The 20, 10. And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. Gano now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd and 10, Greer. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Cohen. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Don't get nervous. Watch the eye. Slam, slam, slam.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Greer. And caught left side, Olsen. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 2, Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
It's 2nd and 8. at the 41-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Throwing is Mariota. Sets up the screen to Lewis. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Come on, D. Mike 28. Let him know. One. Mike 28. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 3.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a 1st down throw, Greer. Buying time to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And out of bounds right around the 20. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
That's good for the Panthers. 1st down.
Ready?
1st down, Greer. The screen pass here to Cohen. Cohen lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet there are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Mariota now. Uncorks one for Davis. He's got it at the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 63 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that will shave one more off this lead. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Flush to his right.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Yeah.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Greer, it's a sneak. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say, and now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down screen pass, good for 5. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This is Cohen. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Hatchet, hatchet.
Protein spill. 5.
On first down, it's Greer. And his throw is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
On second down now, it's Cohen. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Mike 5-4. Cut, cut, cut. Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
6-6, pull it high.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, 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 hey. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Ready, ready.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Back to the air. Greer on second down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Josh Gordon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it.
Try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Throwing on first down. Greer. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get-off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Greer looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Wake, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
In your face.
Mariota to throw it. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Throw it. Mariota. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And Walker with it over the middle. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On 1st down, Cohen. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And Greer's going to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things.